This was something I was scheduled on. Uh, yo, 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 yo. All right, man. So we just gonna get this shit a minute. Today is a new day. It's a new day in YouTube boxing. StreamYard has went mobile. God damn it. StreamYard went mobile. God damn it. Davey, salute. Wayne Hennessy, salute. Toby Bartlett, salute. Tony Lyons, salute. God damn it. God damn it. We're in the building. COVID-19 is officially COVID-19 is officially going on, unfortunately, but you know, we have to, and for that reason, we have to keep the pharmacies open. I repeat, COVID-19 is still officially going on. And for that reason, we got to keep the pharmacies open, ladies and gentlemen. Kevin Mosby, what it do? George, salute. Martin Machine, salute. Yeah. We in the building today. We're going to talk about a couple things. We got some shocking events, man. It looks like, man, what does it look like? Man, what does it look like? Man, to be perfectly honest, man, I can't tell y'all what it looked like. But damn, man, it's good. It's information. We got to put it out there. Y'all know if we're going to do this shit, we got to do it all the way real. We always call it down the middle. And with that being said, when we're calling things down the middle, we always got to keep in perspective the truth. And it's the truth, man. Big Baby on PEDs, man. Like, I don't have no way else to put it. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you. I ain't going to drag it out and make it some long thing. Ain't got to roll out no red carpet, no tap dances on the queue. Nah. Your boy, Big Baby Miller, is officially on Big Boy PEDs. And we ain't talking about the first time he tested positive. Oh, no. We're not talking about the second time. Nah. We ain't talking about the third time. Oh, this is all in one cycle. We're talking about the match he's got coming up in what? I believe at the end of July or something like that. Maybe even August, maybe. With Jerry Forrest. Fuck. That deserves like a Brennan Schaub like me. Drop a flex bomb on it. Do whatever you do. Yo. Shit spooky out here, man. When you don't think the rabbit hole goes any deeper, oh yeah. It goes deeper. I wonder how those guys at the gaming commission feel about so gracefully giving this gentleman his license. I wonder how they feel about that shit. I mean, it's a new day. It's a new day. We got StreamYard has moved from PC to cellular. I mean, as we're adjusting with the times, I mean, shit, you think Big Baby Miller would. And that means abstaining, staying off of the drugs. No. He goes right back to the vice, the very vice, and the device that destroyed him. The good old shot in the ass. You can't make this stuff up. Yo, you cannot make this stuff up. Can't make it up. I wish I could, man. I root for everybody, man. We don't put no hate on nobody that they don't put on themselves. Matter of fact, we don't put no hate on anybody. We ain't even in the business of hating on anybody. Shit. If calling it like it is happens to be the dagger that just so is the gut check that just ruins your fucking career. On top of you already ruining your career. I mean, shit, man. And we just sprinkling a little bit of seasoning on as far as I'm concerned. Let's get to some shout outs, man. Oh, we just scratching the surface of this shit. Yo, we gonna get all the way to it today. And guess what, man? This is fucking boxing, man. And for all this corruption, man, and all this bullshit, I fucking love it. Oh, I fucking love it. Oh man. And by no means am I basking in another man's unfortune or his misfortunes. Nah, not doing that. But with all of the bullshit that boxing that happens to come with boxing, can I not admit that I love this type of shit? Shout out to the big fucking drama show. Fuck. And let's shout out some of the folks in the building. All the Constable, salute. Man, Toby Bartlett, salute. The rabbit hole goes deep, my brother. Fish, salute. Don't ask me, salute. Oh, let's go ahead and post that. Miller, want a cheeseburger. These are cheeseburgers, my nigga. Cheeseburgers. Cheeseburgers. I'm so sick of it, bro. Kick them out. Our once great sport. I wish you could have just highlighted just our once great sport. It's a sport we love. But damn, is it great? Was it ever great? Or did we just love it? Or do we just love it that much? It's fucking awesome. Combat, physical, combat is awesome. We love fighting. We love sports. But I mean, shit, when hasn't boxing had its little curves of corruption that we just constantly have to deal with on an annual basis? But God damn it, it's entertainment. And it's a sport. And it's entertaining. So, fuck it. That's sports entertainment, ladies and gentlemen. Sporting Advantage, salute. Thinking Cap, salute. Samuel Shaw, my brother, salute. David Gray, salute. Hey, man, bro, man, I'm trying so hard to get you out of Twitter jail. I'm trying my ass off. We working on it. I'm constantly trying. I'm working on this whole Twitter prison reform thing. It's completely fucked up. It's so fucked up. But we gotta start from somewhere, man. There has to be a foundation for everything that we build out this motherfucker. So, I'm at the surface of this goddamn Twitter reform thing. Toby Butler says, how bad is Big Pharmacy gotta be? It's gotta take PEDs. To be the comeback fighter, shake my fucking head. Listen, man. I really if you think about mixed martial arts in a whole, and you think about all of the dark stories that surround mixed martial arts, all of the scrutiny, all of the performance-enhancing drugs, all of the little your Vitor Belforts and your Belfort 2.0. If you think about all of that bullshit that happens in mixed martial arts, right? And you think that Big Baby was a mixed martial artist beforehand. So, and this is not to shine any light on any one specific program or one specific group of fighters. PEDs. Using them is using them. I mean, fuck, you caught. Some people just aren't. Some people kind of Lance Armstrong their way through the shit, but they eventually still get caught. Just saying, maybe because of his background or coming from that background, not trying to sit up there and just trying to paint one particular group for having that type of background. I'm just saying, we know what's out there. We know what's in the media. We can pick up news clip after news clip. Like I just said, Vitor Belfort and Vitor Belfort 2.0. I'm just saying, these kind of things can that probably could have been his lifestyle, because you can't help me understand or begin trying to fucking fathom an individual who has already been popped for not one, not two, but three, already making their comeback, just getting their license back, being able to perform, signing with a whole new promotional outfit to pop dirty again. You can't be that, Are you that stupid? Are you that dumb? Like what? That's a whole new level of stupid. I mean, we have transformed stupidity into its whole a completely different category now. We talking some whole different shit now. Like bump, yeah, I know people probably thought I was going to do the regular with the Tyson Fury and all of that, but nah, man, this is a whole new heightened level of stupidity right here, and this shit is just, I can't, I'm baffled. Yo, you talking about a complete skull fucking right there. If my mind has been fucked, your mind has been fucked. Like we all, like it's almost like, huh? You kind of said expect it, but no. The first fight? Before the first fight? You mean you haven't even lived down a complete year of all of that other bullshit? You're talking about your first fight? During a pandemic in which you have to heighten health protocol? Oh my God. So that means you're going to be doing everything by the book. You're going to be meticulous about everything. Yo, help me help you. Help me help you. You can't. I've never in my life. This has got to be a whole new, this some whole new shit in boxing. I don't even think boxing has experienced this level of stupidity, or you got the level of cojones on you to where you even think that you could even try or begin to even think that that was an even rational thought in your mind that is going to be okay. Like, yo, who's in your corner? Who's around you? Or what dumb subconscious thought popped in your mind that even resonated there for a moment that even thought that might even been a good fucking idea? That even sound like a good idea? I don't think that he looks like a dumbass. Let's call a spade a spade. We gotta call it how we see it. This is cheeseburgers, my nigga. Cheeseburgers. You gotta call a jackass one when you see one. That's a fucking jackass. Stephen B. salute. Man, yo, everything this guy's ever come in contact with his life, he must, like, yo, this dude he can't walk through his living room without fucking stepping on a needle or something. That could be the only, that could be the only thing. That could be the only believable excuse he can make. I got so many goddamn needles with this and that fucking laying around my freaking house because I'm a habitual using ass line stepping motherfucker. I'm that guy. And so I done poked myself with some shit. He's fucking dumbass. Yo, this dude's an idiot. Oh shit. Yo, if ever, he can't come back to boxing, man. Oops, I said it. Am I playing with an individual livelihood? I think not. But this dude can't come back to boxing. And I'm going to tell you why, bro. No, fuck that. I'm not going to tell you. I've told you all of the reasons why he can't come back to boxing. And I'm just scratching the surface here. Because, oh my God, they ain't even began to blow the lid off of this thing. We just now cranking the notches on the kettle up just a little bit. We just starting to begin to hear a whistle. Just starting to whistle, just a little bit. I wonder what this dude ain't. He probably was with the best team that probably has something in place for crisis or how to properly deal with a crisis, if ever one, was to present themselves. I don't think Big Baby Miller working with much right now. That Negro ain't really working with too much of anything right now. I don't really. He just kind of should be a motherfucker that's just happy to be. Happy to be wherever he at. If it's lacing up a leather glove and it has to do with the world of boxing, I think you should be appreciative of that, bro. And not having any curves in your game while trying to do so. He killed it, bro. Like, he killed it. Like, he's not going, like, yo, there ain't no bounce. There's like, yo, there's like, okay, yeah, I messed up. And America and even the world, you know, it's just by nature that we forgiving people. But then you got shit like this. What do you consider something like this? Man, shit, it's fucking news to me. News to me. I really don't make excuses for stupidity. Nor should you. If he ever had a fan, and there's people that were there, and I'm sure he had a couple fans. I'm not saying nothing on a Canelo level. I'm not saying anything on the Joshua level. We all know that. But everybody, you know, we diehards out here. So he had a couple of fans like, shit, I'm not going to sit up there and say that I rooted against the man or didn't want him to succeed. Of course I do. I want everybody to succeed in anything that they doing. Shit, two hands going to big you up on whatever. If you did, and for that, and for those individuals, man, I feel bad for you, bro. Like, I really feel bad for you because this dude has completely let you down in every sense of the word. Like, he's let you down. Big Baby Miller has let you down. Like, yo, beyond his family probably, like, they probably deal with this sort of behavior. He probably skated too much in life without getting, you know, reprimanded for shit. Whatever. Just never got caught. Little slippery little motherfucker. But just for the fans, though, man, yo, you've done them such a disservice, bro. Like, where your bullshit knows no end. They thought they had a prime opportunity to say, hey, yo, we got something to look forward to. Shit, I look forward to the fact that you might have been on the card. We were able to look forward to another heavyweight match. There was another respectable, decent heavyweight that was back into the mix that you could look at like it could be a guy that could present problems for the other guys. We need that. You need more bodies in the game. And I ain't just talking about ones that just come in there and just lay down either. I mean, dude was a pretty fucking big, immovable object. He was undefeated. But now you can't even rush your head without even thinking that all of that didn't come off of the back of every freaking assorted flavor PED that came in the little hugs juice box. Dude. I'm trying to look at the comments, but as they come in, it's new with their whole new little system and shit. So as they come in, I gotta go back. But I'm gonna go ahead and invite some people in, whatever. If people want to talk about the shit, man, let's talk about it. Once I figure out how to do it. Okay. Shit's so easy, a caveman can do it, right? Man, Rachel, I don't know what the hell two hands was. It's almost kind of, it's troubling, bruh. It's troubling. It's troubling. That dude got some issues with him, and there's bigger issues in hands than that. I'd even have to say there's somebody dumber than El Jefe out in this world. And he's promoting it. He's absolutely promoting it. I'm not, look, yo. See, that's another reason why I'm getting away from this whole StreamYard bag too. Like StreamYard was cool, like when you got with other guys, you talk boxing or whatever and all of that. And I ain't even gonna get into this whole long spin about it. But when you got dudes that want to come up with 8 million different names and it ain't nothing sensible coming out their mouth, for a second it's kind of funny, it's cute, whatever, whatever. But then after a while, as it continues to go on and on and on and on, don't nobody really give a fuck about it. I don't. I don't want to be sitting here like that. So if that's the case, bro, I could just use you. I could use YouTube's platform and just talk from there. Why not do that? Because I know El Babo ain't nothing but fucking dumbass. On another note too, right? Pay attention to how all of this Dillian White versus Tyson Fury shit is heating up, right? And understand that I don't think that any of it is going to go in vain. That's great news. I feel like that because Mauricio Suleiman came out and he made it very clear that Dillian White mandatory was getting called after Dillian White could call upon his mandatory right after the Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury match. So that only tells me one thing. That only tells me one thing. That fight is going to have to get made. It's going to be made. And the only way that it wouldn't be made is if Tyson Fury was to drop that belt like an old former drug habit or some extra pounds. They talking a lot of shit on Twitter. One thing that kind of stuck out to me was this, right? Out of all the shit them boys said back and forth to one another on Twitter, one thing Tyson Fury never denied. He never denied that man dropped him and was putting hands and feet all on him in sparring. And one thing I know to be true as a man, one thing I know to be true if you fighting or if you boxing or if you're in type of any competition, whether it's basketball, football, American football, soccer, what we call it over here, football, what y'all call it over there, any of that shit. If you got an upper hand, if you beat anybody ass in anything, whether it was one-on-one in team sports and they called you out on a public forum, social media, anything, out in public, and they said they smoked you, and you know that shit not to be true, you just not going to let that person stand on that in the conversation. And not when fighting is just the nucleus of everything that y'all are. That's the reason why people come to see you. I don't think you just not going to say nothing about that shit and move on from it. He ain't say not a word about that. So that tells me one thing. And it could leave speculation for another thing. Maybe he just wanted to disregard it. He didn't want to leave nothing to it. But I'm just saying the way it was put and the whole time and the whole comment and that whole tweet was based around that for his response. That was the main portion of that tweet. So for you not to say nothing about it at all, if a person never dropped you, never put hands on you or nothing like that, bro, you just not gonna let that slide. He kind of let that slide though. So what does that tell y'all? That tells me one thing. Somebody got hands and feet put on their motherfucking ass and sparring for real. You can try to make it a payday. You can try to say it all. Man, listen to all of the stuff. And see, I ain't went live. I've been kind of putting all this shit together because I've been wanting to do it one kind of way. But look at everything that's been being said. And look at everything that's been going on, for real. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying, you're not going to let that shit slide. You're not going to let it slide. And honestly, it's making up. It's leading me to believe, hey, man, this is the perfect fucking cause for smoke. All of the smoke is here. This is becoming a better fight than a lot of stuff that people might have been paying a close attention to. I can't speak for anybody else, but I'm just going to speak for me. All of this shit these boys is talking, the way people feel, it's like I even did a vote today. Like the way people feel, bro. Like they feel like he shouldn't even share space in the ring with Tyson Fury. Feel like it's an easily winnable match. Where have y'all heard that before? Where has that been said before? How many conversations and what type of fans or what type of individuals who talk boxing have said this type of shit before? Think about that. I can tell you, it's the same kind of conversation. Wasn't that the same type of rhetoric that was used when you were speaking on Dillian White? I mean, when you were speaking on Deontay Wilder, I'm sorry, excuse me. It's the same kind of shit that people try to use, like when it come to Terrence Crawford. Ain't Terrence Crawford in this big situation where it's a round robin to all these other guys at 147 pounds that these dudes all need to fight each other before he got his chance, or he needs to go and fight somebody at 147 to get his chance. But they just said that these guys need to fight a round robin over here at the PBC before Terrence Crawford gets his chance. So which way do you want it? And don't worry, just ride with me. Go down the rabbit hole a little bit. I'm going to segue right there. I'm sure most of y'all already got the shit. So with all of these heavyweights, with this guy holding belts, this guy holding one belt, and the other belt that's over his other shoulder, people are supposed to consider the most respected of them all. They're supposed to keep all of the other bullshit in order when the sanctioning bodies fail you. It's how we don't get number one confused. But y'all not asking the same shit of Tyson Fury. So because you feel like Tyson Fury could beat Dillian White, he shouldn't have to fight him. That's the same stuff y'all do with Terrence Crawford. See, you can't have it both ways, man. And if you're so confident in the guy, shouldn't he just fight? Because I'm sick of having the fucking conversation with you. So honestly, if this mandatory come up, all of the stuff that people say shouldn't happen or you don't want to see or whatever the case may be, I want to see it. I want to see it. Is it, or does it scare you that much that he could look regular? Or fucking less than regular? Or it could be a situation where a guy you thought less of could come in and touch him all the fuck up. Regardless of whatever the shit it is, it need to be done for real. Y'all putting too much fucking, y'all, I swear to God, like the fans in boxing and how it's surrounding this Dillian White situation. Oh yeah, I want him to definitely have to see him. I want Tyson Fury, and you should too, as fans, should want him to go through the deepest gauntlet of heavyweights because there's a lot of them out there. And there's a lot of them that, they need some action. And that's deserving of some action, but he's at the top of the list. Y'all should want all of these dudes to mix it up because there ain't no clear heavyweight. Tyson Fury just can't skate, fight two battles and fight one guy to be a bum, and then all of a sudden y'all just give him this pass. The nigga running around with his head in the clouds talking about he the greatest of all damn time. I can't live my life like that. And y'all motherfuckers got to be realistic, man. Y'all comfortable with him dropping the belt? Oh, if he said he gonna drop the motherfucking belt, what do you expect? Dillian White should stop crying. He should stop crying anyway. All you do is get beat up. All Tyson Fury do is beat his ass. Dillian White should need to stop crying. What has it been? 1,000 days? No. It was just 700 last week. Was 700 or 1,000? 700, 1,000, it don't matter. It's just too many, too long. And you know what the WBC rules stipulate. Y'all motherfuckers some crackheads, man. Sure, he's still unproven to me, although he passes the eye test. Yeah, but Fury, absolutely. Fury is unproven. And that's the thing about the eye test. The eye test that'll get you drunk. And I'm going to tell you how the eye test got me drunk. I always use myself as example. We ain't even got to look nowhere else. I'm going to just give y'all me. Callum Smith versus John Ryder. Callum Smith versus John Ryder. Did I think Callum Smith was going to go in there and get his ass whooped by John Ryder, this smaller dude, pushing him around, giving him the Sean Porter treatment, just upped it up a couple notches. He just turned up the volume a little bit on that Sean Porter, Errol Spence kind of treatment. If y'all like, you know what I'm saying, if you really feel me on your boxing talk, you feel me. Didn't John Ryder kind of give Callum Smith that type of work? So, Miguel, you see where I'm saying, like, the eye test can kind of get you fucked up a little bit there? Because that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Because we got Callum Smiths and John Ryders. Better yet, we got Dennis Hogan and Jaime Munguia. Still got Otto Wallen and Tyson Fury. And that's why, as unproven individuals, why is there so much emphasis put on how much this individual don't have to fight, or how much this individual just gets to grace boxing heavyweights kingdom and all of its keys? Didn't have to do much for it, but he just get an easy pass to him because, to be perfectly honest, where I sit, and I don't care if you call it bias or whatever, because I truly don't feel like that. I feel like, for the type of work that, if we look at just Anthony Joshua, for instance, considering that he has all of the titles, if we look at for all of the work Anthony Joshua has put in, if you just look at what Tyson Fury had to do from basically 2018 up until 2020, I mean, shoot, look at what, and this the position he's in. He only got to fight one mandatory. Anthony Joshua still got to fight two mandatories, not only trying to make every fight happen while making every fight, putting himself, climbing himself into the position the same way Dillian White has. That's why I can speak with those two individuals. Tyson Fury just got to skate with four dudes you never even heard of before. Got made to look regular with one, and he getting to fight for undisputed right now. I don't care what claim you feel like he has the lineage prior to. That don't matter. So what, we just going to talk about second childhoods and second lives in boxing? Like, nah, it don't work like that. He's on a completely different journey in boxing now. All of it going to tell his story in the end. But as far as his activity, we're not going to link the inactivity with the activity, and that's not how we're going to try to deem this conversation sensible. I don't fuck with shit like that. I just think that if you gonna call a person a real one, you don't do away with what you can never do away with a resume. Since when has that ever happened? You can't do it with a job. You can't do it with a ranking system. You can't do it with a playoff. You can't do it with anything in life. Somebody got it. Somebody had to know about you. Or somebody, and that all goes back with what you do. So I'm just saying, in the realm of what they do, what has he done recently? From since he's been back, what has he done? And another thing that I was talking about on IBFP yesterday that I wanted to bring up. This is what a lot of you dudes like to do with Tyson Fury, and I know it hurts a lot of y'all feelings, man. But I hope that shit go down your throat like battery acid. I don't even care. Because I love pissing people off. In proper context, though. This is what you got to put in perspective. All of y'all when people talk about what has Tyson Fury done, and y'all get y'all little panties in a bunch. What's the first thing y'all run to? Steve Cunningham. Y'all go to Steve Cunningham, right? Y'all don't go to Steve Cunningham because that's like an amazing accomplishment. That's an amazing feat. This guy's a 6'9" heavyweight that beat up a cruiserweight. And he got drop bombed. And the cruiserweight, when he was fresh, before he got tied, regardless of all that, yeah, he beat his ass. But before all that, he dropped him, and he made your boy look regular. He's a cruiserweight. He shouldn't even been in that position. And it was his debut. Y'all go hang y'all hat on that because Steve Cunningham was a champion. Y'all don't hang y'all hat on that because that was no devastating win for Tyson Fury, because it wasn't. All of the dimensions, Steve Cunningham's record, Steve Cunningham getting whomped by Thomas Adamek will tell you that's what y'all hang y'all hat on, because that's your go-to. So if that's the best Tyson Fury got to offer you on his record, and I'm being dismissive of Deontay Wilder because we can't dismiss the fact that we know his skill set is 1,000% trash. We cried for this unclogging of the drain for freaking 5 years. 3 years of being completely sick of it. Turn of the last 3. But that's what I'm saying, bro. Y'all bring up Steve Cunningham is like, that's not a win-win for Tyson Fury. Y'all know it's not a win-win. But that's all you got. Or you talk about Derek Chisora, and I've taken nothing away from Derek Chisora as of late. But has Derek Chisora ever been a world champion? So if those are your go-tos and those are all you have, in what way does that dismiss Anthony Joshua? Or in what way does his claim does he have more right than Anthony Joshua? Or in what way shouldn't he fight Dillian White? Because Dillian White's resume is better than his. See what I'm saying? Keep the same energy. You ain't really got much to work with over there. David Grace with the super chat. Salute, bro. He says, free Dillian White. Free me from Twitter jail. Man, we trying to get you up out of there, bro. We gonna get you up out of there. That's a fact, though. That's 1,000% a fact. So I'm just saying, man, like, yo, that's your moral victory, though. Steve Cunningham. I ain't here to beat up on your boy, but I just don't think y'all being fair when it comes to the other boys, though. One, he don't have to fight nobody. One, it's okay for him to drop the belt. On another hand, it's okay for, I done heard so many Tyson Fury get so many exemptions through just fanboy, just bullshit just in the past week. It don't make no sense. Past couple weeks, I think they've become drunk with it for real. So when you got to deal with it, it ain't anybody being hard on Tyson Fury. No, I'm just hard facts. How about that? That ruffle your feathers? That fucks you up a little bit? Fuck out of here. Absolutely. Just like they gave Wilder too much credit for beating up bums. And I think it really, for real, I think it might scare people for real, y'all. I think it might scare people, the fact that Tyson Fury is going to have to fight Dillian White, and the fact that Dillian White could really knock this dude out and beat him. I think that bothers people more than anything. I don't even think they would want to risk it for real. I don't think they want to risk it. Because for real, I know in the back of some of you sick people's mind, I know that's the way some of them think. I've heard people tell me that I've placed the bid on a bet too high just so I can run back and say that the individual was going to duck a bet. So I know, so I'm using that to say this. I know that's how you weird, sick people think sometimes, low-key. Big Baby, fuck, I don't even know what to do with him. Like, there's no saving a dude like that, bro. There's no saving a dude like that. Listen, Fury could be what? There's some fans saying Dillian is a secondary fighter. That's delusional. Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Right now, I feel like the heavyweight division is no different than the way people try to perceive 147 and the way they look at Terrence Crawford. That's why I said the way they look at Terrence Crawford. First, it's just everybody at 147 need to clean up their side of the street, and he needs to fight somebody. But you said all of the guys need to clean up their side of the street. So which one is it? I feel like, but there's an equal amount of talent in the heavyweight division to where I'm saying these guys need to fight one another as well. So you can't leave Dillian White exempt because you feel like his skills are far less superior than Tyson Fury's. That's not how it works. It's not how it works. This guy's a #1 undefeated fighter with the second best resume in the heavyweight division right now. He deserves his fight. I mean, since 2017, this dude is putting his life on the line. Now, you know, he tries to PowerPoint and run with these little theories, and everybody knows what Tyson is saying is bullshit. Like, yo, you talking about nobody in the top 5 could beat Deontay Wilder right now. There's several people in the top 15 that could beat Deontay Wilder right now. Who are you kidding? Who are you kidding? You're trying to sell a ticket. And it's so far, it's so unbelievable for a person to even try to sell it to you and make it believable. How could, like, now you trying to play me for as stupid as Big Baby Miller thought he could play his drug test. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's like I'm reliving the same thing in boxing all over again. But the big difference is they on the WBC ass now, pause. He can't just get up out of this one. Mauricio, no, he soaked from head to toe in Vaseline, bruh. He ain't no he done maxed himself out in all of the grease he possibly can. There ain't nothing left in the tub. He can't wiggle his way up out of this lawsuit. So don't even so go ahead and think you can just get up out of this situation, bro, because he know he can't. That's why Tyson Fury gonna have to fight or he gonna have to vacate. Charles D. Salute. I'm just saying, if you look at anybody, Lisa Bell, salute. If you look at anybody and everybody that would, cause say for the next fighter to come along, cause like to be perfectly honest, Anthony, it has nothing to do with Anthony Joshua or Tyson Fury, none of them, because to be perfectly honest, I feel like Filip Hrgović could beat Anthony Joshua. So what I'm saying is, if Filip Hrgović was to be in this situation, would I want that for him, or would I want that for any other fighter to be in that situation? No, I would not. I'm just saying, bro, like everybody, I'm just saying, no fighter should have to go through this, man. And for people to be comfortable with it and trying to say, oh, because you believe this fighter should beat that fighter, you should be dismissive of it. It just shows you how stupid motherfuckers really are, how weak they are, and really what they think about boxing. And for those individuals to be a part of boxing, yo, you got to get rid of them, eradicate them. That's all facts. Yeah, like I mean, you look at if you look at all of the stuff Tyson Fury been doing and all of the antics and stuff like that, man, it kind of just plays out to me like a dude that's acting like he don't want to fight, because I ain't never seen a person who's got a belt and has not been that hungry to defend it and then to pick and choose what they're going to do with it. Now I feel like, you know, this is one stepping stone your way. You know, this man has to honor 2 mandatories. Two. And you mean to tell me you trying to talk about not honoring 1? Come on, bruh. Come on, bro. That just tells me what? It just leans in the direction of, man, you fearful of something, man. And once again, it's something about that boy that you don't like, and you can't tell me no different. Even if I feel like you go out there, dance on him, put hands on him, beat him down, none of that even matters. None of that even matters, because, like, what are you talking like? You're definitely not talking like a champion. You ain't talking like a champion at all. This is just reoccurring behavior. And I just think now it's just to the point that we're like, yo, we've done had a full glass of that bullshit. Like, yo, everybody is done with it. Nobody wants to continue to go through this over and over again. So if that's what it is, like, yo, we're going to put all feet on, we're going to put hands and feet on you. Like, period. In the media, we're going to put feet on your neck. We're going to make sure that you feel it. Because, nah, we're not going to go through this with Tyson Fury and the WBC. Nah, brother. Nah, brother, you going to have to strap up them boxing shoes, bro, or drop that belt and put on your favorite tap dancing shoes, like I always say. That's what I'm saying. What has Fury done? Because I can't think of much. I've already laid it out. I've laid it out there what Fury has done. And I mean, we talked about it. But there are things that you know that you admire in a champion that Fury has not done. And we've talked about those things too. Like, has Fury ever defended his belt? Did he even give the guy the rematch that gave him the title shot? Just kind of fell apart right then, didn't it? I'm just saying, like, don't act like you and it's all at his own and it's all at his own discretion, bro. So my thing is this like a career current pattern because like, yo, if we looking at patterns, I ain't give Mauricio no pass when it came to what happened with Povetkin and it happened to what happened to Povetkin and what happened to Dillian White either. These niggas got some weird energy, bro. And we got to start calling it for what it is, man. And in no way, shape, or form am I appreciating the dark arts of duckery. J Blues and Boxing, salute. D-Town Blaster with the super chat. As always, appreciate you, brother. You cooking with hot oil, my dude. Yeah, man, we going fucking Friday ass up today, man. We got to put it all in perspective, man. D-Town, you know how we do it, man. We got to put it all in perspective because my thing is, man, it's a whole bunch of fucking dick pulling going on around here. Pause, man. It's like we overly appreciating those who went like what you put in the game so far. Well, like ask yourself really, what has he put in the game so far? And every argument that you have when it comes to this individual, it always goes back to Steve Cunningham. Do we forget that shit? Because we know who the real warriors is in the shit. And we know that Boy wasn't never no real warrior. Y'all hip to that shit, right? Y'all know that to be facts. Y'all know the boy wasn't never no warrior. He ain't putting no real type of pain in when it came to anybody to count. Because we don't care how many bodies you was racking up over there, bruh. That shit was a snooze fest. When it came time to put proper pain in, he folded like a lawn chair. All facts, man. So when we think about the dude that beat that dude, nah, we not going to mention nothing. We ain't going to mention that stripe on his belt. Like, okay, cool, you beat him. You got it. You were supposed to get it. You were supposed to get it. What else, though? Steve Cunningham, Derek Chisora. What else, though? Dylan fought him twice. Dylan tried to fight Wilder several times. And Dylan fought a whole bunch of other people that Deontay Wilder ducked, and a whole bunch of people that you don't got under your resume. And then people talk about who is Dillian White supposed to fight. Realistically, think about it. If you think about the top 10 heavyweights in boxing right now, how many of them left is there for him to fight? We know who got tied up in what prior engagements, what engagements they already had before the bullshit happened. So really, who does that leave him to fight? And we already know Big Syrup done pop dirty again. Oh my God, I'm gonna start calling that nigga Big Syrup now. Motherfucking Big Syrup. We all know Big Syrup done pop dirty again, you hear me? Y'all know that. Y'all know Big Syrup pop dirty again. Come on, fam. Facts, James Bell. He damn near fought everybody. I'm like, yo, and when I talk about this shit, people act like, yo, I'm telling stories or something like that. That man can't, there ain't nothing really left for him to fight in the top 10. So what do you want him to start fighting? Lesser opponents? Y'all already criticized him for him fighting Alexander Povetkin. Povetkin like number 6 or 7. He in between number 6 and number 8 on the list. Above that, what is there? Andy Ruiz himself, Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, and Anthony Joshua. Ain't really much that Dillian White could do. That's a fact. D-Town Blast, a salute. With the super chat, he says White has the second best resume in the heavyweight division. Let that shit marinate. Let it sit in all greasy on you. Like, what else can that man do? What else can that man do besides go for the Dundadas or the head honchos or try to knock a top nigga block off? He done knocked off everybody else. The cronies that ain't even cronies that he getting in the ring with, top 10 guys, y'all criticizing that. I bet if Tyson Fury fought him right now, it'd be the best fight in the world. Kind of like that Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao shit y'all love to do. Yeah, the way y'all like to treat my boy. Yeah. And that's all facts. We call it for what it is. What else is this man supposed to do? So somebody got put up, bro. And we already know why Anthony Joshua can't put up. So my question is, why can't you? Why aren't you willing to? What is standing in your way from preventing you from doing so? Absolutely nothing. And you try to use the pandemic as an excuse? They try to use COVID-19 as an excuse. Who does that? Meanwhile, you feel sorry that Billy Joe Saunders didn't get his shot, though, with Canelo because of the pandemic, and you feel like he should get his shot immediately. In the same conversation. Do you see what y'all dealing with? So I understand why y'all a little confused for all of y'all weirdos out there. Y'all microwave Negroes. Take the fucking, oh my God, take the knee pads off, bro. Come up for air, for real. Take the knee pads off, come up for air. You're dying down there. You're fucking dying down there. The land of contradictions, like, yo, you can only reach for so much. Ain't nothing to grab there, bruh. Ain't nothing for you to grab there, bruh. Y'all done grab every fucking thing off the tree that you possibly could. And I'm talking about the fucking tree of excuses. Every excuse you try to make in the book, every fucking bit of coveralls that y'all try to put over this prima donna ass nigga, man. And this ain't no knock to Tyson Fury, because I don't think Tyson Fury no punk. I understand a little bit of what he is, but then I don't understand a whole lot of the shit he be trying to do. Two hands can't come to my hood. That's a bet. Wherever the fuck that is. Nigga, when you grow up, you try to get the fuck up out of the hood. You don't really give a fuck about chilling in the hood. I ain't no child. I'm not forced to be in one spot. Anyway, what do you think about Deontay not responding to Dillian White saying he bleeped Telly? Man, I'm not talking about that man wife, man. Like, that's cool. That's dirtbag shit. That is dirtbag shit. Shout out to Big Sir. Big Sir Miller. Yo, like, listen, man. Listen. We're going to end this thing like this here, man. Y'all can't cover for this boy, man. Y'all can't cover for this boy. You got to face for what it is, man. He going to be fighting Dillian White, or he ain't going to be no champ. And that's what it boils down to. You can cry about it. You can try to make any excuse in the world. I don't care. My thing is this, bro. Y'all can say whatever y'all want. As long as he gets in the ring and he fights that man, that's all that really matters to me. I could care less about all the other little in particulars, all of y'all little funny little fugazi shit. Because it can only be one winner and one loser. And that's the beauty of all the fucking the bullshit, because there can only be two things that come out of this situation. And I've already elaborated on both of those. Shout out to Big Syrup. Shout out to Tyson Fury. Shout out to Dillian White. The Twitter war was great. I'm hoping that shit leads to fisticuffs, which I truly believe that it will. If I think I understand the integrity of both individuals and how I try to lay it out when they're in their best of forms, I think this shit can happen. So look, man, as we always say at the end of this shit, man, it costs you nothing to pay a nigga no mind, man. Appreciate all y'all for coming through, man. As always, man, respect. Stay safe out here. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. And that ain't fucking much. Respect, though.